here. That's okay with everybody. And again, I'm going to introduce you to Donna McDine, the multi-talented, multi-passionate Reiki instructor for the evening. Thank you, Donna.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm so thrilled to be here. And as Mary was chatting earlier on, before most of you logged on, we have mutual family friends, and we first met each other at a retreat. And when she was talking about that moment of where you need to look into the eyes of the person that you're partnered up with, it was so profoundly emotional. And that day was the day Mary and I met each other and we were paired up. And it was just the emotions flowed through. So I implore you at any time just to either just journal your feelings out, get in the car, blast the music, let out that scream, let the tensions flow. And I know my Reiki journey has helped me tremendously to bring in more of that inner peace and moving the energy in my body. And I've been a big journaler and a meditator for many, many years. And just having this Reiki tool in my box to just help me calm my mind, it's amazing. Because once you know that you can calm your energy down your body with meditation, journaling, Reiki, it really provides that uplifting self-care that we all need. And as being women, we have so much on our plates. And we always tend to put ourselves last. And it's so important that we start putting ourselves first. Because if we deplete ourselves with everything we have to do for everyone else, our jobs, our family, our friends, we're just too exhausted to do anything for ourselves. So I applaud you for all being here tonight and taking this time out of your busy schedules to do self-care and meet up with people online and just really enjoy these moments of solitude. So before I would do the distant Reiki, I would want to explain the process to you a bit. The energy that comes in for the Reiki is not my energy. It comes down from source and I'm a funnel for it. And as it funnels down through me, because of the attunements of the symbols I received, I'm then able to project that energy flowing through my crown chakra and out my hands to you. And this, because we're not in person, as Mary mentioned before, she experienced an in-person session with me and a distant session. There's no difference to it as to the benefits that you can receive from it. The only thing that's different is that we're not in the same room together. And just knowing that distant Reiki, it has no bounds of time, space. I could send distant Reiki back to something that occurred in your life that you'd like to get healing from. We can send it to the future. Say you have this great job interview that you have to go to, or a really important meeting or a doctor's appointment. We can send that positive energy to the future as well. And that's what the beauty of all that is that source, whatever you feel that your source energy is from, because there's no religion tied to it, it works and it brings forth that healing power for us. And because the spirits on the other side and source and God, the Lord, whoever you resonate with, want to help us. So all we need to do is open up that channel and know that they're here to guide us and help us through whatever's going on in our lives. So self-care has really become my mantra. And I know we hear about that so much and everything, but what I started doing a couple of months ago, I do a moon deck for myself every morning and I draw 3 cards from it. And one of them was a clarity card. And it said to go technology free for your first 60 minutes when you get up in the morning. That means don't turn on the TV, no radio, no cell phone, just ease into your day and have that nice, nourishing morning of quietness. It's now 90 minutes for me. And I find that I'm so much more focused by doing that. So I'm throwing that challenge out to all of you to really try to stay disconnected for your first 60 minutes of the day, just so that you have that opportunity to take a nice shower, get a nice stretch in the morning, eat a nice breakfast without being interrupted with all the barrage of everything that's coming at us. And coming into the day being calmer and not paying attention to all the other information going on out there will set the tone for your day. It really will. And what I do during Reiki is, like Mary had said, if it's in person, I hover over the person. And with their permission, at times, I may touch their hands and do a swiping motion, depending where I'm feeling the stagnant energy from them. Oftentimes, before I have a session with someone, I start feeling hours beforehand what's going on with them. And not sure who this is coming from, but there's definitely someone's got a lot of tension from their back of their right ear going down their neck and into their shoulder. I don't know if that resonates with anyone. If it does, even if it doesn't, we all need to do this during the day, rolling our shoulders, because so many of us, we're sitting so much during the day or standing in one position that we need to be conscious of moving our shoulders. And I know when I do this, my shoulders crack if I sit too long. So I try to make that a habit. And another thing that you can really do to help your energy during the day is to remember to breathe deeply, because we all breathe shallow. And then all of a sudden, when you realize, wait a minute, I've been holding my breath today. And if you take that nice, deep cleansing breath, like what Mary did with her meditation before, where you breathe in through the nose and out the mouth, you can really feel yourself relaxing more. And we need that oxygen. So it's so important that we really breathe deeply. For myself, especially if I'm at my day job, I set a timer on my phone with I Breathe to remind me, breathe, breathe, take a few minutes out and just breathe. And it's so important. And the Reiki energy, what it does, it focuses on where that stagnant energy may be in someone's body, and it directs it right towards it. The Reiki healing energy goes exactly where it needs to go. Even if I'm working, say, on the top of your head, the crown chakra, you may feel me at your feet. You may feel like a tingling at the feet area or somewhere else in your body. And that's all about that Reiki energy flowing forth. So, and it's non-invasive. The only thing I do ask you to do tonight after we finish is to drink plenty of water, because similar to deep tissue massage, with Reiki, you need to keep that energy flowing through your body and flushing out any of that stagnant energy. And water, as you know, is instrumental to keeping ourselves healthy. So it's very important. And when I facilitate distant Reiki, you will, if you happen to open your eyes during the session tonight, you may see me going like this, or you may see me putting one of my hands on myself and still projecting it to all of you. Each session is never the same. It all depends what I'm called to do at that given time. So, and it's just, I ask you just to go into this with an open mind and thank yourself for taking this time. And before we start, I just wanted to ask if you guys had any questions or concerns that you wanted to bring to my attention, and then we'll do some deep breathing together. The session will run about 20 minutes, and then at the end of it, you'll have an opportunity to ask more questions or to share what your experience was. No pressure, you don't have to do that if you don't want. I just want to open that up to all of you. So, and at times you may feel that you might get a tickle in your throat during the session. You may get like a pinging somewhere in your body. Just say to your body, please release that from me. Please release that from me. And at times you may hear I might be clearing my throat just like I did, because I'm really feeling the energy from everyone. So it's just my way of cleansing a bit. So does anybody have any questions? No, everybody's good? Okay, great. So what I will be playing music, but before I play the music, I just want you all to get into a nice, comfortable position. Make sure your cell phones are off. And I'd like you to take a nice, deep cleansing breath in through your nose to the count of 4 and out your mouth to the count of 4. Again, in through the nose to the count of 4. Out your mouth to the count of 4. One more time. In through the nose to the count of 4. Out your mouth to the count of 4. You may hear me whispering a little bit at the beginning. That is just me invoking the Reiki symbols. So please enjoy the time. I want you to take your time coming back. Before you open your eyes, wiggle your toes and your fingers. And take a nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out your mouth. And take your time coming back. How do you feel, Mary?
Wonderful. That was so good.
Good. Good. I'm glad. Julie, how you feeling? Maura, Eliza, Jeannie, Denise, how are you all doing? Maura?
Feeling
Good.
really
Thank you
good,
very much.
Donna.
It was lovely.
Yeah, that was quite an experience.
Great. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Maura, is there anything that you'd like to share about your experience?
You know, it was like I want to go back. I I don't know what you should or shouldn't feel, but what I saw was color, tremendous amount of color, different colors, very fluid, and definitely felt sensations. I felt a little pressure in my head, some things in my hands, my stomach and my chest and my feet. I kind of felt it throughout, and colors changed with the different sounds and the different feelings. It was fascinating. And now I'd like to keep you here and know what every single minute of it meant for about 4 more hours. So
I'm thrilled that you had such a wonderful experience. And the music that you're all listening to, it's about the chakra system. I don't know if you're familiar with the chakras, but the top of your head is the crown. Your third eye is right above your eyebrows. Then you have your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, sacral, which is right below your belly button, and your root, which is like your waist on down. What I did during the session was, I don't know if you could hear it over the music or not, but I was letting out audible breaths. And that's when I'm feeling stagnant energy in others, then I'm releasing that for you as well. When I was working on the heart chakra, your wingspan is directly connected to your heart chakra. So as I was doing that, I do a swiping motion down the arms, and then I do a light pulling on the fingers. And then I do a swiping of my hands, and I toss that stagnant energy off to the corner of my room. I did a similar motion with the legs and on the feet with the toes for the root chakra area. And I did a lot of swiping on the throat. Allergy season is kicking in for all of us. And lemon water is great to help with that. So I'm glad that you shared your experience and that you really saw a lot of the different colors, because each of the chakras, there's a color correlating with that as well. And so that's fantastic, Maura. Thank you.
yeah, it was fascinating.
And
Thank
Denise,
you very much.
you're very welcome. My pleasure. Denise, would you like to share anything?
Yeah, am I on mute?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that was my first session. I was always interested in Reiki itself. I am familiar with the chakras and healing, but always was interested in the energy session. So thank you. I didn't see any colors. I did feel a little warmth in my lower legs, but that's
Great.
what I felt. Yeah.
Very good. And what will help you with that, since you were primarily feeling the warmth in your legs, when you're in your house, if you can, walk around in bare feet. If you're comfortable doing that, it's a good way of grounding, even though you're not technically on the ground outside. It's a good way of grounding. That,
Oh, okay.
yeah, definitely.
Great. Thank you.
You're very welcome. My pleasure. Jeannie, would you like to share anything?
I have a question.
Sure.
I saw colors too. I saw I saw primarily 2 different colors. One was green for almost the whole session.
Okay.
Does that mean that's something you need to focus on, your heart chakra, or is it just, does it tie into anything, or?
Generally, it just that you need to be able to, your heart chakra, you need to be able to take care of yourself. And you do. And you're definitely doing a better job of that. There's no doubt. And it's okay for you to say no for different things. You don't have to say yes to everything all the time.
Okay.
And it's okay to take that downtime. And that goes for everyone. And, as women, we're so quick to say yes, 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 yes. But you know what? If you end up saying yes to something and on that particular day, you're just not feeling it, you call that person up and just say, listen, you know what? I need to lighten things for myself today. And I'm just going to stay put. But
Okay.
no, you're definitely, you're in a better spot of taking care of yourself. There's no doubt.
Okay. Thank you so much. That was really nice.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Thanks.
Julie, would you like to share anything, or do you have any questions? Oh, you're on.
I realized I was on mute before. I was saying I was so relaxed. And I felt warmth in my legs and in my feet. I didn't see the colors, but I like the bells too. The bells are really nice.
Good. I'm glad. glad, because there's different.
And I actually,
tones on
I
them.
kind of felt like, almost like chills every time, not
Mm.
chills, but like goosebumps.
Mhm.
Goosebumps almost.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. I'm glad that you enjoyed the session. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay, great. Eliza, you want to share anything, or you have any questions?
No, everything was great. I immediately, as soon as you started, I felt like the tingling in my own hands. That was like very cool. And I did feel at the end of the session, I did feel like the heart chakra, and I guess that's when you were doing the heart chakra, and also I felt like the tingling. And I always feel like, I don't know if that's normal, but whenever I'm doing Reiki, I feel more energy through my leg, up my legs,
Mhm.
instead of through my hands. It's like the other way around. I don't know if that's normal, but I feel like the energy coming through up my legs. So I don't know if that is a common thing or not, but when you started, I did feel like the electricity in my hands immediately. So that was pretty
Great,
cool.
great. Ladies, Eliza is a Reiki master herself. She was one of my students.
Baby, baby Reiki master.
Well, we're never truly a master of it. It's just that we're able to teach it and facilitate distant Reiki. So we're always a student of it at any given time. So good.
I actually do have a question.
Sure, Julie.
It's so funny. I love Mary's phrase when we have our little meditation group, and she always says, like when we have monkey brain. And I was a little guilty of that tonight. Initially, I was laying here going, oh, I really want to turn my light off. My light was like, and like, do you have any good tips or suggestions for getting rid of that or focusing better?
But focusing better, really the meditation helps a lot, and quieting your day when you first get up in the morning. I know it's helped me with my focus, because I used to get up in the morning, turn the cell phone on right away, scroll through the work email. Why am I doing that at 6 o'clock in the morning? It's silly. Work can wait. And if my girls that don't live at home anymore, if they need me and my cell phone's not on, I still have a landline. They'll call the landline. Nothing is that urgent for me to be scrolling through. And I know that my focus is better through the day when I take that hour of technology free when I first get up. So I really suggest that. And even at times during the day, I know we all get busy. It's okay just to like close your eyes for like 30 seconds and just do some deep breathing. I do it almost every hour at work to remind myself to breathe and to get up and walk. I don't know if you all have desk jobs or not, but my boss is very good with, Donna, you're sitting too long, go for a walk, and I'll go take a walk around the building for 5 minutes. The work will still be waiting. It's not a big deal. But that definitely helps with focus, is starting the day technology free, definitely. And doing something kind for yourself every single day. We don't need to be busy 24/7. Our mind doesn't need to keep being, plummeted with stuff all day long. It's important. And especially if we have children, even if they're adults now, it's good for them to see that we're putting ourselves as priority, because it'll teach them without dictating to them what to do, whether they're boys or girls. It's very important, definitely. Because I know that there's definitely a change in my daughters as they see the changes in me. And Nicole actually participated in that, my older one, with Mary and I and Jeannie at this retreat. And it was bonding. Jeannie's known my girls since they were babies, but it was a totally different level of connection with her and Nicole that day, because they ended up being paired up. And so doing something for yourself every day is essential, and it helps with that brain fog. Definitely does, because you feel good. You feel good that you've done something for yourself. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to cost a dime. It can just be, if it's a rainy day, sitting and having a hot cup of tea and just being and not doing anything. It's really important. Definitely. I keep the tea companies in business. So, but,
I
Thank
have a
you.
couple of tips
You're
too for
welcome.
that in different things I've done. I know one that I think we've talked about is the snow globe, like to feel like you're the center of the snow globe, like the statue in the middle, and your thoughts are the snow.
No.
So kind of letting them swirl, trying not to focus on them. And I have somewhere in some meditation, I had this thing, and I have this picture of a little Mary in my head in a field, sitting, meditating, and she's always still. And I am not, but whenever I find myself, some days are worse than others, but when I have monkey brain, is that Connor? Hi, Connor. So the little mini Mary in my head.
Connor saying hi.
Hey, Connor.
I come back to that, and she's just kind of always there. And I think about her in different meditations, and I try. So almost like wherever she is, she's not ruffled. So I almost sometimes see like it's a mountain vista, but almost like a movie screen. And the thoughts can come and go, but she doesn't give into them. So on good days, I come back to her, and that's kind of centering for me. And other days I can't, some days you just have busier thoughts. But I also think I've heard the cloudy sky, like the sky is there, the blue is ours, and the clouds are our thoughts, and we can choose to let them stop, or we can choose to let them go. And I think it's natural and normal, and it happens to everybody, like Deepak Chopra, it's going to happen. The thoughts are going to come. That's just the nature of our brain. But the more we practice it and find that place of stepping back from the thoughts and letting them do their thing, but coming back to like an inner. So maybe think of a visualization that works for you, that you like have your little Julie in your head that you can kind of pull back and try to let the thoughts go and see how that works.
I love that. I love that.
I like
On
the
that note,
cloud. I like the cloud one.
the cloud. Is there a mantra that you could just say to yourself to help that go away, or would that not really help, you think?
I've heard a lot of I am lately, like I am not Mary, I am not, so we all have these social selves, but in essence, we're kind of just energy, and all connected. So just kind of pulling back to like I am, and just
Yeah, that might be helpful.
but and so you can think of other ones too, like that, just tune it out, or a word, breathe in stillness, breathe out stress. And just the mantras are great for monkey brain too, if you find you're struggling. And you can choose it, like breathe in peace, breathe out love or stress or whatever. If you want to send love out to the world, or if you feel like you need to release stress, kind of choose a mantra based on what you're needing in the moment.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Maureen, do you want to share, or do you have any questions?
Maureen was in transit, I think, before, so I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Maybe she got disconnected.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Maureen, you're on mute. I don't think she realizes she's muted.
Yay.
You're muted. Mary, can you unmute her? Or?
I'm trying to ask her to unmute.
Yeah.
Oh, there? No. It's nice to see you, Maureen. I don't know why it's not unmuting. I'm not sure. But it's nice to see you, Maureen.
Really, just wanted to say that one of the reasons, I guess, nothing happens by chance, and Donna show up in my Google search when I was like going through a lot of stress in my job, and I said, "This is the year things have to change." Actually, it's gonna be a year, Donna. Can you believe that? It
I
wasn't.
know, it's unbelievable.
So I didn't know anything about Reiki. Absolutely. I knew it was something about energy, holistic, but I have no idea anything else. And I will say that since I started with Donna and I went through the whole, I think just even one, if you go and do the level 1 Reiki, is it helps wonders, because that I feel have transformed my life in a very positive way. I feel like the change in me, like I look back 1 year, I'm not that person anymore. I doing self Reiki helped me a lot manage my stress level and my anxiety. And I will say like that was like mostly gone. And if I feel it's creeping back, I just take a moment and I sit down, I put my incense, my Reiki music, I start doing my breathing and my affirmations, and it has been very positive. And if you know, Reiki has really been super positive. Now I do it with other people, and I feel that as I help them, it also helps me.
Absolutely.
Um, I feel like I'm making this world a better place, you know, for everybody that comes. It's like such a healing. Um, Reiki is something that is very wonderful, and it changed my life, and that's why, you know, when I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, I want to be there. Because actually,
I'm deeply touched by that, Eliza. I'm so glad that it's really helped you for the positive. And Maureen just chimed in too, and she just said that she can't figure out how to unmute herself, but she enjoyed the session and she really was, it's a first time for her. So Maureen, thank you. Thank you. So Eliza, thank you so much. And I did not pay Eliza to say any of that. Thank you for sharing that, Eliza. I so appreciate it.
no,
My
that-
whole thing, whether you're a client, whether you're a student, whether we're just chatting this way, I'm not one and done. So ladies, feel free to reach out to me with any questions that you may have about Reiki, any thoughts that you had about this, and just feel free to reach out to me. And I'm not that one and done. I really firmly believe that the more we stay connected on a casual basis, and the more we speak about what we can do to lift the vibration of one another and support one another, the happier we'll be. And it's just so important, especially in these last couple of years that we've all been in. It's just so important to know that we can just reach out to one another. Just be like, hey, listen, I was experiencing this. Do you have any ideas about what I could do to settle this down for me or whatever? And what Mary's doing with her work is just simply amazing. It's so positive and uplifting. And it's nice to know that people are just like a shout away. And we're not in this alone. We're all in this together. And it's important that we continue to raise each other up, especially as women, and that we applaud one another at any given time. So I'm truly heartfelt and filled with gratitude that you all joined here tonight. So just always remember, I'm just a email away that you can ask your questions and contact me and everything. So thank you.
How long is the typical session?
It
in-person
varies.
sessions?
Many of my clients do 30 minutes. I have a couple of clients that do hour sessions. It all depends as to what resonates with someone. What I offer for new clients is a 15-minute free session where they can just do the 15 minutes and see if this is if they want to go on this journey further, or they can take those 15 minutes and have it deducted off like a 30-minute session. So you'd only have to pay for half the session. And I have different offers that I make for especially my newsletter subscribers. And that if you subscribe to my newsletter, you get a discounted rate off your first session. And then you get different discounts throughout the year on different specials, because in another couple of weeks, I'll be announcing on the 14th of April, I'm going to be 55, which I just cannot believe I'm going to be 55. but I like to try to keep my father's mantra, who is 87 years old, still is a professional artist, still does artwork for his clients. And he's like, it's just a number. He goes, it's all about how you feel and how you take care of yourself. So I'll be throwing out a special offer on that day through the 21st as well. So always know that
Okay.
it's not one and done. So even this tonight is not one and done. Any questions, just feel free to reach out at any time.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And I just started with that
Thank you.
15 free minutes. So and then after that, just change my.
You kind of get hooked.
I'm sure.
can
No,
see
I'm
that.
sure. Yeah.
So,
And I'll
Thank
send
you
out
so
a
much,
recording
Donna.
tomorrow and make sure everybody has Donna's information so you can keep in
Thank
touch or
you.
sign up for her newsletter or ask questions or whatever.
right, and I'll be doing the
Thank
same
you.
thing in my newsletter and giving Mary's contact information there as well, because what Mary's doing to lift the vibration is huge as well. Definitely. Yeah.
We all got
Absolutely.
Reiki tonight.
Ah,
Good.
I
Thank
got
you.
Reiki.
Does anybody have any other questions or anything before we sign off for the night?
Thank you,
Thank
just
you
thank
so
you
much.
so much for,
And please, please,
giving
please,
your
please
time.
drink plenty of water. And I would love to hear back in a day or so as to how you're feeling and any questions that you may have.
okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks, Mary, thanks,
Take
everybody.
care.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Namaste.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Bye.
So glad I could make it. Thanks.
Thank you.